Indy podcast, enriching the soil of how we think about what we eat. We believe that food independence is freedom, knowledge is power, and health is wealth. And now, your host, Suzette Chomet.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to this special Food Indie podcast episode dedicated to the mothers and grandmothers, aunties, sisters, and friends who have children that they have birthed or taken care of. Happy Mother's Day. This is a thank you for all that you do. We honor you today, and I'm inviting you to share your favorite food stories about your mama. I can't wait to hear them. And if the story is about you, give yourself some flowers too. I am your host, Suzette Chomet. The kitchen was always alive in my mama, Big Suzette's house. Once she became a grandmother, she was affectionately called Mimi, but because I was named after her, I want to honor her name, Suzette Rose Jeanne Bertrand, whom we lost back in 2022 at the age of 90 years old. Mimi was my mama, a foodie, my road dog, homie, and a comedy show all wrapped in one. But the thing that has endured the most is her love of food, gardening, and cooking. Her kitchen was a small piece of Haiti stitched into the heart of her new home in Oakland, California, where I learned about our ancestry and the special foods that we cook for celebrations, gatherings, and everyday meals. I was barely tall enough to see over the counter when Mimi handed me a block of sharp cheddar to grate for her grandmother, Elizabeth Hassel's recipe of macaroni and cheese. She would stand on one side of the counter and I would sit on the one stool that we had on the other side, where she would set me up with a stainless steel rotating cheese grater that I would grip with all my might in my 4-year-old hands. Each time that I would get this job, I would wait patiently for when it would be my turn to pour the cheese into the creamy mixture of diced Canadian bacon, caramelized onions, garlic, milk, salt, and pepper. And Elizabeth's secret ingredient? A pinch of nutmeg. Mimi worked her food magic, hand-stirring the bubbling mixture until it was ready for my most important part, the cheese shaved into tiny little bits. Cooking is love, she'd say, with her thick Haitian accent, a voice rich and lilting like a warm summer breeze. She seasoned everything by feel, a pinch of this, a splash of that, and out back, Mama's garden was bursting full of life. Thyme, parsley, mint taking over every corner, plums heavy on the branches of the trees in late summer. She showed me how to turn the soil soft with my hands, to talk to the plants like old friends. The moment is finally here. I get to put the cheese in the milky mixture slowly, she would say. Give it time to melt and penetrate each hole in the elbow macaroni to be sure that each bite will be filling your mouth with joy. Next step, butter the Pyrex to make sure those crispy edges get nice and brown and don't stick to the pan. I'd watch closely as she poured the creamy concoction into the glass pan and how she placed it in the oven at 375. After about 20 minutes, she would let me switch on the oven light and watch this magic bubble and crust in all of the right places. Now, when I make my own macaroni and cheese, I think of my mama and I long for what made hers special. Of course, my version isn't the same, I know, but when I make it for my daughters, I hope that they will share my mother's stories and their grandmother's stories and her lessons and how she wove those into every bite. And now I welcome you. Tell me a story about your mama. What's a food story that you want to share? Drop your stories over on Instagram at It's Food Indie or over on TikTok at Food Indie, and it might just show up on a future episode of the Food Indie podcast. Happy Mother's Day to each of you and all of the mamas out there. Many blessings today and always. I am Suzette Showman.